Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Good evening to all of you guys. Today's video is about a method which is used in cricket in order to set a revised target for the team batting second on the basis of their resource percentage left in a limited overs game. We all know that cricket is the most popular game in India. IPL is played here, so India has the greatest fan base of cricket. But apart from the Indians, people of Australia, New Zealand, England, West Indies, South Africa, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Afghanistan are also a great patron of this sport. But many of them don't know about the method which is used in cricket. The name of this method is Duckworth-Lewis method. So in this video, I will be explaining its application in a limited overs game. The name of the method is Duckworth-Lewis method. You have heard the name of this method, but you don't know how it is used to set a revised target for the team batting second in a rain affected or weather interrupted match. The Duckworth-Lewis process is named after two persons. They are Frank Duckworth and Tony Lewis. Frank Duckworth was a consultant statistician, while Tony Lewis was a lecturer in mathematics. They prepared a chart. The name of this chart is resource percentage. This chart is a gist of the main chart which is available on Google. You might not be able to see the chart properly due to insufficient light and small font. Well, in that case, try to listen to me carefully. You will be able to understand how this method is used, because I will be explaining it using some handy examples. So let's come to the chart now. Resource percentage means run making capability of a team. So run making capability of a team depends on two factors, that is number of overs left and wickets lost. In a 50 over game, maximum resource percentage left for a team is 100 if it does not lose any wickets. Suppose that there is a one day match is going between two teams and team 1 is asked to bat first, and the bowling team starts with a spinner who bowls two consecutive wide deliveries, and they got two early wickets because in both cases the batsman got stumped. So what will be the situation? Even after that, the batting team will have 50 overs left because no legal deliveries have been bowled, but they have lost two wickets. It means their resource percentage decreases and it will be 85.1 now, which was 100 earlier. That is how resource percentage decreases if you lose wicket, and as the game continues, number of overs decreases. So resource percentage will also go down. In a 40 over game, maximum resource percentage is 89.3. In a 30 over game, that is 75.1. In a 20 over or T20 international or T20 league game as well, it is 52.6. So this is how the chart works. So let me give you some examples so that you will be able to understand it properly. So we will start with simple example to complex example so that you can understand it properly. Let us assume that there is a 5-match one-day series is going on between India and Pakistan. Now let's come to the example 1. The first one-day between India and Pakistan, where India had won the toss and elected to bat first, and they put a massive target in front of Pakistan, which is 400 for 5 in their stipulated 50 overs. When it was Pakistan's turn, the rain interrupted their innings, and as a result of deluge or incessant or heavy rainfall, they have lost 40 overs. 40 overs have been lost for Pakistan. Now, when rain has stopped, they have only left 10 overs. So, what will be their revised target? So, from this chart, you can see that India used their 100% resources, but Pakistan, with 10 overs left and 0 wicket lost, they have, from this chart you can see that 32.1% resource left. So resource left for Pakistan is 32.1, which is way lesser than India's resources. In that case, Pakistan have to chase a total which is 32.1% of the total runs scored by India. That is 32% of 400, that is 129. 129 is the revised target set for Pakistan in this rain affected game. So this is how Duckworth-Lewis method works. So this was the first example. If you want to understand it properly, you can watch this video multiple times. Now comes the example 2, where India had won the toss and elected to bat first. Second one-day international between India and Pakistan. So India were at 100 for 2 after the completion of 25 overs. Rain appeared then, and rest of their innings was spoiled due to rain. So they did not use their 100% resources, and Pakistan similarly will receive 25 overs. So what will be their revised DL target or Duckworth-Lewis target? So India were at 100 for 2 and they have 25 overs left. So with 25 overs left and 2 wicket lost, India will have 60.5% resource left. So they used 100 minus 60.5, that is 39.5% resource they used. Total resource is counted as 100 because in a 50-over game maximum resource percentage is 100 and it was going to be 50 overs game, but due to rainfall it was curtailed to 25 overs game. So India left 60.5% resource and India used 39.5% resource. So when Pakistan will receive their 25 overs, when it will be Pakistan's turn, they will have more resources because with 25 overs left and 0 wicket lost, Pakistan will have 66.5% resources, which is greater than India's used resources by 27%. 66.5 minus 39.5 gives 27%. So Pakistan have 27% more resources than India while batting second. So they have to chase a total which will be 27% of average runs scored in an one-day international match along with India's total. So that is 100 plus 27% of 225. What is 225? 225 runs is taken as the average runs scored in an international one-day match. That is 61. 27% of 225 gives 61. 100 plus 61 is equal to 161. Their revised target will be 161 in their stipulated 25 overs. So this is how the method Duckworth-Lewis works. Now comes example 3. Third one day between India and Pakistan. Pakistan had won the toss and elected to bat first, and in their 50 overs they scored 250 for 5. And when India started their innings, and when they were at 190 for 5, after the completion of 40 overs, rain appeared, and due to incessant rainfall, the match was abandoned. India had no opportunity left. So from this score line, you can see that Pakistan have used their 100% resources. And as the match was abandoned, you have to decide who was the winner of this game. In this regard, Duckworth-Lewis method will help us to set a revised target of India. Now we have to see whether it is less or more. So India were at 195 for 5 after the completion of 40 overs. So with 10 overs left and 5 wickets lost, India have 26.1% resource left. It means they used 100 minus 26.1, that is 73.9. India used 73.9% resources. So India have to chase a total which is equivalent to the 73.9% of the Pakistan's total. That is 73.9% of 250, that is 184. That was their DL target. Now you can see that India were already at 195 for 5. So they exceeded the DL target by 11 runs. Hence they will be declared as the winner in this game, because DL target or Duckworth-Lewis target was lesser than their scoring after the completion of 40 overs. That is how Duckworth-Lewis method is used. Now the fourth one day was going on between India and Pakistan, where India elected to bat first and they set a target of 272. India scored 271 for 4 in their 40 overs. So their game is 40 over match, not 50 over. So from this chart you can see that 89% is the maximum resource percentage, not 100. 100 is considered as the resource percentage in 50 overs match. In 40 it is, in 40 overs per side it is 89.3%. So when Pakistan after the completion of 30 over were at 183 for 5, rain came, and as a result of rainfall their 5 overs lost, and now they have 5 overs left. So what will be their revised target? So you have to see that when they were at 183.5, let's see their resource percentage left. So for 30 overs they have already batted for 30 overs. It means they have left 10 overs. So with 10 overs left and 5 wicket lost, Pakistan have 26.1% of resource left, but due to 5 overs lost, they have now 5 overs left. So with 5 overs left and 5 wickets in hand, they have resource left 15.4%. Now they lost some of resources. That is, from subtracting 15.4, by subtracting 15.4 from 26.1, we get 10.7. 10.7% resource they have lost. So if there is no further interruption of rain, they will have 89.3 minus 10.7, that is 78.6 is the maximum resources left for Pakistan. So they have to score. What will be the revised DL target in front of them? They have to score 78.6 by 89.3 into India's total. Why there is 89.3? Because 89.3 is the maximum resource percentage in a 40 overs per side game. If it was 100, then 100 would be there instead of 89.3. But there is no 100 because 100 is considered as the maximum resource percentage in a 50 overs game. But earlier I have already said that it is 40 overs per side game. So Pakistan have to score 78.6 out of 89.3 into 271, which is 231 will be their revised target. So out of 231, they already scored 183. So they have to score 48 runs more in their 5 overs left. That will be their revised target, 5 overs, 48 runs. If they are able to do that, they will be declared as the winner. So this is how the method Duckworth-Lewis works. You can see that I write in left hand. So now it is 5 and ultimate one day between India and Pakistan, where India had elected to bat first, and they set a target of 391 because they have scored 390 for 5 in their 50 overs using 100% of resources. When it was Pakistan's turn, Pakistan had also 100% of resources. But when they were 75 for 2 after the completion of first 10 overs, rain came, and as a result of rainfall, their 30 overs left. Rain spoiled their 30 overs. Rain spoiled their 30 overs. 30 overs had been spoiled for Pakistan. So they had only 10 overs left when rain disappeared. So what will be their revised target? Revised DL target. So when Pakistan, after the completion of 10 overs, were at 75 for 2, they had with 40 overs left, you can see, because 50 minus 10 is equal to 40. 40 overs left and 2 wickets in hand, they had 77.8% of resource left. But after, at the time of suspension, they had 77.8% resource left. But when the rain disappeared, when they had only 10 overs left, so with 10 overs left and 2 wickets lost, they had 30.8% resource left. So they lost 77.8 minus 30.8, that is 47% of resources they had lost. So if there are no further interruption of rain or inclement weather, they will use maximum 53% of resource. 100 minus 47, because 100% resource is used by India. So Pakistan had now 100 minus 47, that is 53% resource left. As they have only 53% resource left, so they have to score 53% of India's total. 53% of India's total. 53% of 390, that is 207. They have to score. So that was their revised DL target. So out of 207, they had already scored 75. So they have to score 132 more runs with 10 overs left. Now their target is 132 of 60 deliveries or 10 overs. If they are able to do it, they will be declared as the triumphant. So this is how the entire Duckworth-Lewis method works, and we have seen that it has decided the fate of the one-day match and fate of the team batting second in a rain affected game many times. But sometimes there are some weird application, and actually weird application means it's not about the fault of the resource percentage table. It was just destiny of the team batting second, because I can remember of an incident. There was a one-day match went on. One-day match was going on between two teams, and when the when at the time of batting second team, they had only one deliveries left after the rain disappeared, but they had to score 22 runs. So their revised DL target was 22 runs of a single delivery, and which is impossible. That is how sometimes this process or this method can bamboozle players as well as teams. So this is how Duckworth-Lewis method works. Sometimes it gets weird, but sometimes it gets practical to give justice to the teams, because in a rain affected game the two teams have left defined resources. So on the basis of resources, which is a combination of overs left and wicket lost, a revised target is set. So this is how you can see I have explained using some handy example the Duckworth-Lewis method. If you like this video, you can subscribe my channel and you can watch multiple times. You can share this video. Your subscription and comments are very necessary for me. Thank you to everyone. In my next video, I will be explaining another cricketing concept, that is NRR. NRR will be the next content of my video. So stay tuned and keep watching my channel. Thank you to everyone.